Just depends on the day, I guess. Here we go. It's actually working. Okay. Get shareable link. Link copy to clipboard. I'm slowly getting better and better at this. Before you even realize it, it's like I'm not even doing it. Okay. And then go to Google Docs. It changed. Why JGGSRTQ feature equals sign share. Okay, that's clearly it. And I actually got the notification. That means it's working. Okay, now we're going to try that again. The 3 people on Instagram who saw the promo, that wasn't real, all right? This is the real deal. What was that really awesome looking photo of us? Yeah, it's this one. It's the picture where I look like I'm having an orgasm. That, 666. This, YouTube link. That, okay. Put that down there. Make sure people can see it and click on it. There we go. All right. Welcome to day 666 of the paper reading series. Just checking that. I like how they can let you check and how high of a resolution your profile picture has, but they won't let you actually reload the page to view your own stream. YouTube is fucking... It perplexes me. Okay. That's great. Okay, now I can actually look at stuff that's happening. All right, Luca, how are you doing? I already ate a little bit on the first try, so this is going to be the second try, and I want for you to focus less on the capacity of paper that's being eaten, but just how I'm eating it with attitude and sass. By the way, on day 666, the theme today is shit, because I always thought that 666 was a pretty shitty number, so this is our background. And for legal reasons, if YouTube tries to sue me for putting a piece of shit, this is just a really badly cooked chili. It's my grandma's recipe, so calm your tits down, Susan. Or actually, no, it was an Indian guy that replaced her, but just whoever is in charge at YouTube, it's okay, all right? Nothing's wrong here. Business as usual. Okay. So, Luca says, I'm good. No, you're not good. You're watching Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day, day 666. You need some help. But it's okay. Help I can give. I'm your self-help counselor now. Step number 1, stop watching the stream. Step number 2, confide in Gilbert about your deepest insecurities about your mother. It's a good start. Okay. Sorry, I haven't done this in a little bit. I'm a little rusty. Excuse me. Oh, God. Right. Well, I'll have you know, Luca, you're young, and you're in Young Lions. I never got in Young Lions. But breaking into the jazz scene comes with its drawbacks, because, like, I had to deal with some of the most monumentally irritating shit for gigs. Raina, if you went through what I went through last night, you'd jump off a bridge, I'm telling you, because it was... I know E-Man's kind of relatively normal when he's not manic, but, like, stuff got interesting. And for the record, E-Man, if you're watching this right now, I forgive you in advance, but, like, brother, we gotta talk about what happened, because, like, it was so unnecessary, and it was partially my fault. Just, it's kind of like a... There's an episode of Breaking Bad where the 2 titular characters, no spoilers, get stuck in a particular vehicle in the middle of a desert, in the middle of nowhere. They run out of juice, and all their contacts and all their phones they could call also are of no help because they're a bunch of idiots. That was our life. Or that was our lives, plural, because there were 3 of us just trapped in the situation. That was our lives yesterday. We all had to go through that together. It's just that some people deal with tragedy in different ways. E-Man's way was acting like a child, but it's okay. But, just know that once you actually, like, do stuff to a certain level, I feel like there's a threshold that you cross, you realize that just the world is so badly designed, it's just so poorly designed, just relative to our human bodies and our brains. We nature is the best designer, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Because, like, when it comes to the stuff that we make, it might look good on the surface, but it is most certainly one size fits all. It's just like, I'll say an example is probably just YouTube in general. Like, if I were to hypothetically get banned right now for having a large diarrhea JPEG on my stream, there'd be no appeal. Imagine if it was my grandmother's chili. That's happened before. You know, image recognition software has fucked up, and people have gotten banned for, like, you know, making cooking videos because people think that, you know, they're showing their ass jelly just on the public internet when they're not. And even if they did, like, what's the big deal? Just put a shit disclaimer in all caps. No one's going to watch it. I just don't understand the harm. But whatever, you got to let the advertisers, you know, wiggle their ass flaps, you know, right up before every YouTube video for 15 seconds. But, like, I've been telling people, just go to Vimeo or something like that, because you'll even notice Vimeo is very corporate too, but even on Vimeo, you just notice way less bullshit than on YouTube. Just YouTube just, like, either you get stuff that should not be there, just morally, it's just morally bankrupt content that is made by people who should probably just be like a miserable tax accountant or just somebody who isn't on the internet. Or you just get derivative copy and paste, quite literally AI-generated content. All the interesting stuff artistically, it's all gone. Just, it seems like YouTube's supporting literally any hobo's content they can shard out, except for stuff that has artistic merit. It's really interesting. Oh, right, I gotta give my score of the day. Right, I forgot about that. Matter of fact, let's just improvise and let's just do this right here, right now. Where was that paper clip art JPEG thing I had? I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, shit, I can't find it. All I can find is this toilet JPEG. Okay, that's fine. If I can find a way to put it underneath all this shit. There we go. That. All right, so our score for the day is officially a, wait for it. Shit. Fuck. And we gotta... yeah, okay. Can we change the color? Is it gonna let me do that? No. Let's try that again. Okay. Custom color. Yeah, you see, I'm on the text layer, and I'm trying to change the color to like red or something, you know, in the spirit of what day it is, but it's not letting me. I don't know why. You know, on the subject of garbage design for YouTube, there you go. There you go. I'm just gonna put it right here. It's a 7.9 out of 10. I'm just gonna put it at the very top of the puddle of diarrhea. Okay, there we go. God damn it. That, and then that underneath. There we go. So I can move my head around and it can disappear, just to show how cool my green screen setup is that I kind of... I took 3 nails and just hammered it into my house at like 11 at night, and my dad came down, and he was about to like pick up his shotgun and blast the head off of an intruder because he thought that somebody was trying to break in, but it was just me putting my green screen up. And it was all worth it too, because as you can see, it just... the effort and money speaks for itself. I paid $0 for it. Yeah. When can you do another lunch Chick-fil-A run? Because I've fallen out of the Chick-fil-A hype, and I understand that not only is the Cane's sauce better than the Chick-fil-A sauce, but also everything about Chick-fil-A. So imagine if you took Cane's and kind of like dumped a little bit of water on it so it got a little soggy and put it in a microwave for like 15 seconds. That's what that's what Chick-fil-A is to me. It's just deteriorated Cane's. And then just the Cane's sauce, it's just more interesting. It's just, you know, I feel like the Chick-fil-A sauce is just a burger sauce that they just kind of copy and pasted and just altered a couple of the testosterone-inducing hormonal chemical, you know, additives that they put in there. So it's basically a copy and paste burger sauce. So, I mean, I found very little value in Chick-fil-A. I've only gone to Chick-fil-A in emergencies. when Cane's was closed. And that's like maybe 3 hours out of the day, so be surprised how little I go to Chick-fil-A these days. But I can bring you a water bottle. I'll stop off at your school and I'll throw a water bottle at your head. Bonus points if it, takes your eye out. Wait. Oh, excuse me. You might notice that I've kind of put myself in a bit of a rut here, and I know, look around me, but also more literally, or less literally, right? I've put myself in a rut because these streams are going to take a lot more effort to promo and put out. So you're going to notice the Discord thing is missing. Where did it go? Never was there. I haven't been doing them at all. I forget. And amidst all the shit trying to deal with linking this to here, because like apparently on the subject line of really shitty design, putting out a link for a stream before the stream starts publicly on the internet is like too much to ask for when using the software. You'd think like this software could get access to just the link. It's like maybe 10 characters. Is that too much for you guys? You big brains at YouTube? You can't just give me 10 letters / numbers and symbols to just put on the internet before I can go live? I have to do it like awkwardly at the very beginning of the stream? You suck. But it's okay. But you'll basically have to deal with me mainly on the internet. Me in real life, I can only be in one place at once. But with the power of the internet, I'm technically in 3 extra places right now. There are like 3 times internet Brians than there are normal Brians. So, you have to get used to this version of me on your computer screen. Excuse me. All right. And till further notice, that'll do it for the paper stream because I finished it. If we got any other questions, oh right, we have to type out our thesis for the day, and I can actually put it in chat this time. Let's see. What I was imagining is just over the years, I would actually type because the thesis last night was unreadable, but I could type the thesis out, right, for each stream, and I imagine like in 40 years, for like a birthday present, somebody just like some anonymous person just, wraps up a package and it looks mysteriously like a bomb, but it's actually a book that's filled with just every single thesis I ever did. Just a bunch of random quotes. Darn quick. I know, I have a movie to catch. I got to go over and I'm watching a movie with Emerald. It's really important. She doesn't know what Indian people are, so I'm educating her. We're watching Killers of the Flower Moon. Caden, if you want to be trapped in hell with me, then watch it with me. I remember we got into a little argument about how you thought the movie was... Oh, by the way, actually, you know what? If you want the stream to be a little less quick, I do have an opinion on that. I believe, and I know Avery, as she is laying on you right now, she has said otherwise. However, I will concur. I don't think you need to be an artist to understand art. In fact, if anything, I think artists understand art as little as possible. And we're not... anybody can be an artist. Like, you could... are you going to call Ian an artist because he produced Mosquito Core? So, it's like... What makes an artist? You'd say probably someone who makes a career, off of producing art. Well, I wouldn't consider myself, okay. I would consider, when I was making YouTube videos on the regular with, under the terms and the editing and the visuals that I wanted, I considered myself more of an artist back then than I am right now, where I'm basically semi-retired on YouTube. I don't really make YouTube videos anymore, but I am professionally making jazz music, right? But like, I don't know, I don't feel as artistically fulfilled, and I think artistic fulfillment is where it's at, right? But all that aside, right? My point is that like when let's get this back on track. Hold on, getting distracted for 5 seconds. Okay, we're back. But no, I don't think you need to be an artist to fucking know when a stream or know what art is good or just to describe the elements of art. There are tons of people who beautifully describe the elements of art, but just, don't produce art themselves. And sometimes you have reviewers who review first and then they, dabble in art and what do you know, it doesn't suck. Or sometimes it does suck, but they're just good at reviewing. Like just reviewing, like understanding, using the power of words to describe art and making a claim about art, but then, I lost my train of thought because there's just like, okay, there's like 3 screens here and my mother just texted me. Very unimportant. An artist, so anyone who okay, let's dissect this sentence. An artist is, I'm guessing so is supposed to be is, anyone who makes art out of any form. So yes, Ian's an artist, a bad one, but still an artist. Yeah, what I'm saying is that, like, being able to describe why art is good or bad is probably the most important part of art in general. Like, I think it's more important than producing art, even. I'd go as far as to say that, because, you know, not everybody can produce art, but everybody can consume art, theoretically. Like, there are some people who live under rocks and prefer to play sports who don't, but there are also people who choose to produce art. But you can't really choose to consume art if you choose to not live under a rock. Art's everywhere, and you consume it all the time, even involuntarily. So, you know, while the proverbial heroin needle of art is being involuntarily injected into your bloodstream, you might as well pick apart what makes it tick. Because if you can't, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to live a hard life if you want to be an artist. So, I mean, like, Caden, unless you want to be like a miserable soccer midfielder or, fuck if I know, just some sort of secretary to some, like, fashion guru, imagine living as that, then, I mean, like, a big part of having will to live and enjoying life will be not just enjoying art, but the follow-up to that. It's like, hey, why do you like this? Here's why. Which is why I go so unnecessarily hard on people who will say they don't like something and then they chalk it up to their intuition. They say, oh, I didn't like it just because it was bad. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I will not accept that. So, we're not all artists, but we're all critics. I don't know. I wish we could all be critics, because some people seem to be incapable of being critical. Or, I mean, I think a big part of being critical isn't just critiquing. It's giving reasons for your critique. Because to me, a critique will, in fact, be contrarian. Unless you give proof for it. Because Occam's razor, shaving off unlikely scenarios, if you can't give a reason, I refuse to believe that you're incapable of giving reasons for why art is good. I like to instead believe that anybody who doesn't is a contrarian. And if you don't like being called a contrarian, then that's perfect, because it's more leverage for you to give reasons for why you don't like something. So that's perfect. Seems like the people, there's an equal ratio of people who are critics to artists, which is interesting. Like, a surprising majority of people just do not want to give reasons for why they don't like something, when you guys can use your brains. I mean, if anybody can be an artist, then anybody can be a critic too. Although it has said that it's harder for artists to critique their own art specifically, because a lot of what they do when they produce is off intuition. I don't think you consume off intuition as much as you create. So, as a person who produces less, we're not going to say any specific people, but if a person were to hypothetically produce less art, then actually I would argue that they are in a better position, being less in a position to ignore the technicalities of art and just relying on their intuition to produce. All their behaviors relative to art are just consuming consciously, just looking at the different things. This is good, that's good, I don't like this, I don't like that. So, Caden's dozing off. That's good. E-Man would do a thing where he would fall asleep to avoid a conversation and productive discussion. Caden, we will continue this on a future stream when there isn't a 20-second delay, because part of what makes... Because, here, let me show you my setup. I can't, actually, because this is my setup, so I can't, but this is my phone. It's going to lean against the computer screen right here. So I'm, looking at this to make sure it's not crashing or, the frame rate isn't taking a big shit. And I have to, shift over here. And that's where, this thing's happening. This is the whole stream. And there, of course, there's, a 15-second delay. So every time someone posts something, I feel like I'm interrupting myself to respond to it, because sometimes there'll be, another thing I'll say, and it'll be relevant later. You see, right now it's showing on the stream. What's airing right now is the part where I showed my phone. That was so pointless. That doesn't really show you my setup. I'm just showing you my phone. But... yeah, anyways, my point is that you just gotta gain some motivation. You just gotta give better reasons as to why you don't like things. I believe in you. I believe you can come up with a better reason than it was just not good. You can do better than that. Okay, I don't know why I put this over here. We're gonna put this down, And I'm going to type my thesis, which I should have done a little bit ago. Thesis. Critique art with your word. There you go. Does that pass the character limit? Of course not. All right. Was that... Am I live streaming on my main channel? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, great. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, wait, no, I commented on my main channel. All right, whatever. My brain's like 15 seconds behind. I think this lag is a really good metaphor. All right, thank you very much for watching. This was day 666 of the paper reading series. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until